Hail, hail, far. It is RockdaRiff, and I am back for another Metalhead Envy. Back with some more King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. We have made it to Panpsych. That's how I'm going to say it. That's Panpsych right there. That's Panpsych. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to pronounce it. So far, I'm digging the record. The few comments I've got, I did see that some people are digging it. One of my members here mentioned something was up, but was waiting for me to finish the record to give their opinion, which, hell yeah. I'm excited to hear more and more thoughts about this album. I can say so far I think I'm digging it a bit more than Flight B741, and not to talk trash on that record. It's just a lot more happier sounding. And then I've been listening up to Eternal Rain, and I can say the only track for me that doesn't fit with the others is Dead Stick. At the moment, Dead Stick, I don't think really, it's a lot more major happy sounding than the rest of the record. Another fan broke it down and said that what they say, it was a 457. I was like, damn, I never really thought of it like how it's broke down in the number pattern and stuff like that. But either way, I'm excited to dive on into Panpsych and see what's going on with this track. We getting another super happy one. Okay. Yeah. Little hammer on bleed off. It's funny. I just said I felt like Dead Stick doesn't fit, but now with having another happy song, or happier sounding song so far on the record, that's what's so funny. Let's keep going. Yeah. Is that lower voice? I know there was that lower voice in the last track. I really digged Eternal Rain. But is that lower voice Lucas? I don't know what he's saying, but I like the tone. I like where it's at in the melody. that Joey? Is that Joey? I get the same vibe from this track as I do Dead Stick, but I swear, maybe this is my argument for Dead Stick. I think Dead Stick should have been on Flight B741, the previous record. Let me make sure I'm saying that fucking record name right. Yeah, B741. I feel like Dead Stick should have been on that record compared to this one. I don't know what it is. It's the overall vibe of it and everything. Maybe the music video too, where they were still in the jumpsuits and everything. But I think I like Panpsych a little bit more than I did that one. But it's kind of the same motif for me. I think this is such a collaborative record too. I like how all of them are singing sections, singing parts, and everything. I am the wind and sea. I am that staring plane, creeping in your higher mind, beaming in your astral plane. I am the bright red blood coursing through your little veins. I'm the thought your arm has for your mind can catch your fame. That riff right there sounds like that one song. Ooh, baby, give me one more chance. What's the name of that song? Ooh, baby, give me one more chance. For real. I can't be the only one that hears that. I know I can't sing the note, but I swear it's that. Ooh, baby, give me one more chance. whatever that track is. All right. Not bad. I like Panpsych. I feel like its purpose is the same purpose, same vibe that Dead Stick's giving, but I kind of like this one a bit more. That one riff, I swear it sounds like that song. I know I've already said it. Ooh, baby, give me one more chance. But what is that? Is that a Jackson 5 track? Maybe it's the combination of like that Morse code sound and note with it that makes me think of that. But not a bad track at all. I really like the guitar work. I think the guitar work stands out a little bit on Panpsych. Um, it's a nice groove. I don't know why I'm moving because that's the same thumbnail the whole time. It's a nice little groove. It's a nice little just I don't know. I dig the track. I don't think it's a standout so far, but it's still a very good, nice, chill, good vibe, good deeds kind of track. I just had a total brain. Oh my god. I'm having some bad ones. I am hoping we're gonna get that track on this record. So far, the standouts to me at the moment are the the later half of Phantom Island, the later half of Lonely Cosmos, and I like Eternal Rain overall. And it just so happens to fall on my schedule. I'm about to do the next track right after this, so I'm excited for that. But once again, King Gizzard will always kind of be. They can't do any wrong to me. They can do stuff I'm not really gung ho about, but nothing wrong. And at the moment, I am mixed on the record. I do feel like as an overall project, though, I'm going to be pretty impressed. I love the orchestra. I really dig the orchestra adding their layers to this and everything. And y'all said that Jason Galea was the artist. I do remember that comment. And so I would have to say this almost is one of Jason Galea's best album art covers. If not, almost, yeah. I still love Petrodragonic. I love the lizard. But this album cover is really, 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 really cool too. But I am waiting to hear some more thoughts from y'all. Uh, I think the last few videos I've done didn't get as normal amount of comments as I normally do. So I guess most of y'all are still digesting the record as well. But hopefully by the end we'll have some more thoughts passing through and more different opinions on it and everything. Because I really do. I dig the record and I have a mindset about the record at the moment. But half the time there's some older albums I've done when I read the comments and think about the way y'all think about it. I'm like, oh shit! I start to dig stuff a little more, maybe a little less. Like it's just such a cool back and forth of thinking about what's going on and everything. But Panpsych, I do think you're a good track. I mean, I'd almost argue falls into the filler category, but at the same time, I feel like when you're such a fan of a fan of a band, nothing's really filler. But that's just my thoughts. I dig the track. I hope that's the main thought that comes across from this. But if this ends up being your first time to the channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you're a big fan of King Giz and it's your first time here, I literally have done I've done so many. I've done basically every record I can that didn't get copyright blocked. I've done every track I could that hasn't been copyright blocked. They had the two Time album things that I couldn't really put on the channel. But first time here, swing back and watch. You can watch the growth of everything from my first to now. And hell yeah. Basically, I get to, right after this, I get to hop right into Space Sick. And then somebody did mention that they think I'm going to really dig Silent Spirit. They think Silent Spirit's going to be my standout on this record. But we'll wait and see on that shit. But either way, stay positive, stay rocking, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.